So, I mean, can you hear sort of sonically the changes? And I mean, 3 years is a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of, like you say, that people change and so on. So does that come out sonically in the way that the music sounds? And
I think you'd notice. I mean, I don't know. There's, I mean, so many things just sort of feed off themselves, and kind of snowball into what ends up being the final product. I mean, we got really into demoing stuff on our own since the last record, like heavily. We have our own. For the first time in about 6 years, we have our own rehearsal space, and we set up our recording gear in there, and I thought that must affect like how it sounds, because we really were able to pay close attention to the production, the detailed production elements. Just because that's what we're always doing.
Yeah, I mean, and in terms of arranging songs, also when you've got your own time, then you get to hear them back a lot more than you would if you go to the studio and you just clock's ticking.
Yeah. I think everything on Futures was recorded. We demoed maybe at least 9 or 10 times before we went into the studio and hit record. In the expensive place.
So get everything tight. So what's been inspiring you recently? What's been sort of feeding?
I don't know. Haven't really been in a writing kind of mood lately. It's been a more executing mood.
Okay. So what was the fuel that went into Futures and the material that's on Futures? Anything?
That's a tough question. That's like saying, what have you been into in the last 3 years of your life? It's kind of So it's so tricky. I mean, like the songs. I mean, we write all the time. Like the initial ideas for things, they happen at any time. I mean, we might be on the road, and I get an idea, and I like jump out of bed and have to write it down or hum it into a dictaphone or something. Or we might be in our rehearsal space back at home, and Tom might play something, and then oh, hey, that's cool, do that again, and then we'll kind of jam on it until it evolves into a bigger idea. The albums are kind of, our albums are like compilation records. They're more like compilation records of just what's going on with us. They're like mini albums. Each song is like a mini album.
So what do you think of other bands that are around at the moment? And a lot of people name check you in terms of inspiration.
Oh, I hate other bands. I can't stand music. Okay.
So, I mean, since the last album, the sort of harder edge melodic rock, indie rock stuff that you kind of paved the way with, has really kind of broken through.
I'm listening.
The old 80s sort of American teams.
Ah, yes. This is nice. The little the little personal French press here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's you're in a classy place when they got Coke in a bottle.
So, have you heard much of those other sort of bands that are bringing out sort of harder edge practicals, or changing things up?
Like who?
I mean, Lost Prophets are sort of often name checking. Funeral for a Friend, I interviewed them and they were name checking you, and it seems like like say, you definitely paved the way.
Yeah, I don't know. It's. I'm hesitant to say we feel like we're able to take credit for anything. Although I do think that lately there's a shift at, I mean, at least in the States, like from what I'm seeing, it seems like there definitely is a shift toward better music. You know, I mean, it's like it would have been. I mean, even before our last record came out, you know, when we were doing our first shows in England, I would have never have thought that bands like White Stripes or The Strokes would have become so commercially successful, like in the mainstream. And I think that, or the Hives, you know, or lots of bands. Like right now, it's there's a common kind of trend in American radio where cities like usually bigger cities, but they'll have like a station that will play like Modest Mouse or Death Cab for Cutie, and then right after that they'll play like an old Susie and the Banshees song, you know, and then they'll play like maybe like Lost Prophets or something, and it's definitely cool. I'm not sure exactly what to attribute it to. I'm thinking it's kind of like a generational thing. It's like our peer group is now the demographic that buys stuff. The people that like were just in high school or maybe just in college, right at the birth of alternative era, you know, like 88 to 93, you know, and that kind of time frame.
And also working at radio stations.
Yeah,
decisions.
all those kids are grown up and they have families, but they still have their aesthetic intact.
Yeah.
And so that's the only way I can think of it. I'm sure there's and that's just my opinion, because I'm sure there's like 15 and 14-year-olds out there that think everything is shit. You know, it's like this is old music, you know, this sucks.
And so I remember we had a DVD sent through called Driving in Vans with Boards. Have you seen that? When you
the cut you ups, yeah.
What was that like? The kid was a nutcase.
All those kids were nutcases. We stayed. I remember. Yeah, it was pretty funny, man. I remember like we stayed at this hotel that was this weird hotel in Alabama that was attached to a mall. In the lobby, they had like this grand piano, and we had a day off there. And everyone started drinking around 1 p.m. Everybody, and it just got ugly. Like in the mall, like running around drinking, and the kids have found out, because Blink-182 has some, you know, obsessive younger fans that follow them around. You try to catch a glimpse of them. And I just remember like around 3 p.m. everyone was loaded, and I'm walking back from the mall and I see the Cut You Up guys, like one of them is playing the piano and then another one is like singing to these girls that are waiting on the couch, like to try to catch a glimpse of like Travis or something, and he's like dancing around and like, whoa, like full on, like, and I don't know, there's like old people from a convention or something walking by, just like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that was pretty wild. Those guys are insane.
What happened to them? You never go on tour with them again?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're still playing. I haven't really heard much from them. We sort of lost touch after that tour.
You wouldn't risk going on tour with them again and getting soaked and covered in flour.
Oh, I don't know. Well, that was kind of more of the Blink-182's egging on. I toured with those guys again, though.
And also, you said, you know, personal highlights of your career have been like playing the Mesa Amphitheatre. So how come Brixton's in there? That seems kind of like a random one for you guys. How come?
Oh, not really.
A highlight.
Well, I mean, it's just a place that you've been, you know, even growing up in where we grew up, you heard of it. I mean, even before we started the band, I knew, you know, about Brixton Academy, and, you know, sort of, you know, legendary venue. And to go from playing the garage, or the garage, as you people say, to Brixton Academy in selling it out, you know, it definitely felt like an accomplishment.
So I mean, you guys will be back, I take it, after the album's out here, and are you planning another Brits film?
Don't know yet. It's too early to tell.
Okay. So and yeah, what are you up to right now? Is it just promo? Are you still, I mean, you touring back in the States at all? When was Futures out in the States?
About the same time, October, like second week of October.
Okay, so it's not out yet. Okay. So,
No.
so what are you up to now?
Just touring. We're gonna go home after this and then do North America. We're touring with Razorlight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that should be cool. I like that band.
So explain the One campaign and your part in it.
It's an organization that is trying to fight AIDS and also poverty. I mean, mainly in Africa, because that seems to be like where the largest problem in the world is for the spread of AIDS. And just simply, it's the premise of it is that it's just the simple way to explain that the motivation behind it is that with such immense global problems, it's so easy just to think that, not to even try to start doing something because you think there's no way you're whatever you can contribute would have an impact. But the One campaign is trying to kind of counter that jadedness and spread the idea that really, if everybody just did one little simple thing, then that voice would be amplified to a level where maybe real change could come about.
Cool. Okay. And just sort of finally, what's next in terms of music and recording and where it's all going?
I don't know. There's been talk of us recording an EP or something in a little while. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. We're always working on something.
Nice, man. And can I just get a little shout for the website, which is clickmusic.com?
Okay.
If you say
Clipmusic.com.
Click Music.
Hi, I'm Jim from Jimmy Eat World. When surfing, I always like to go to clickmusic.com.
That's wicked. Genius. That's wicked.
Why, hello. When surfing the web.
It's genius, man. Spot on.
You could do a Suntory time.
Yes.
Suntory time. With more intensity.
Nice one. I think that's my time elapsed, actually. I didn't watch it.
Okay.
Come to the end and not ask questions.
111111111. Please work. Battery not dead.